Okay.
Oh my god, no.
Welcome
We're
back.
a real podcast now, guys. These are our cute little props now because we
what
have
is so
started our
funny
podcast.
Is we love to give ourselves applause for the smallest
Yeah,
things.
like this
It
is like
took us
bare minimum.
only 7 years to get
Very
good
standard.
sound quality. Only 7
Very
years to
standard.
be on the internet and be like,
Yeah.
you know what? We need to up the quality.
No, but this is for a podcast, you know? Like this is different.
Welcome
We're back, guys.
back.
Welcome. Wait, do we say cue the commentary or
Yeah.
to Oshs and Akela?
No, we say cue the commentary.
Welcome back to Cue the Commentary. I'm Shoshana.
I'm Akela.
And we are Cue the Commentary, also known as Oshs and Akela.
Period.
Yeah, so basically we discuss am I the asshole scenarios. If you don't know what that is, it's basically kind of like a Reddit forum and people will write in and tell us their messed up situations and leave it to the general public to decide whether or not they are the assholes, and that's what we discuss.
Sometimes, you know, people just need that unbiased opinion because you can't go to your friends and family all the time with these
They are the
scenarios.
problem.
They're the
problem
You can't.
sometimes.
Or you're the problem sometimes, you
Yeah.
know, and you just need somebody to come tell you how it is. And that's what we do. And then we bring
Yep.
it to you because we want to hear your opinions. So
Now that we have a podcast, we can really talk about anything.
I think
Anything
we're, like, so
trending.
excited for that.
Anything trending we can talk about. It doesn't need to be just like strictly, you know, straight to the point. We can like dance around the
Our
Really
world.
talk. It's our world.
Literally.
Really and truly. Before we get started today, please leave a rating, comment, like, subscribe,
Yes.
you know, engage with your girls. We would really, really appreciate it, especially since we are just now starting off. So, you know, help us out, boost our content a little bit. Thank you so much.
What's new with you?
What's new with me?
Yeah. How's your week been? Oh my God, it's your birthday week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep,
That's
yep.
a big
It's
one.
my birthday on Saturday.
Saturday.
So that's exciting.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Just eating. Like what do I ever do? I'm
Right.
eating. I'm going to many restaurants and just
Period.
three. And it's gonna be exciting. Yeah. That's literally all I want.
Do you know
for
the
my
restaurants you're
birthday.
going to?
I'm going to have you been to La Castille?
No.
So it's just like a steakhouse and it's in Saga and it's like a castle. Like it's really, really beautiful.
Oh, I've heard of
Yeah.
it. I've never been there.
I've never been. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. The food looks really good. The vibe looks really good. I got my little outfit tailored for this.
Period.
It's
Oh,
literally
wow.
just a blazer dress, but it's cute. It's from Revolve, so it's adorbs.
It's fancy.
It's nice. And got my lashes done.
you
Pamper
feel?
yourself for your birthday.
100%.
Like now that I'm getting older, I'm not so much into like the parties, you know, like going out for my birthday and like huge celebrations. Like all that is great.
Yeah.
But I've also never been that type of person. I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, maybe when I turned 19, like when I was legal, and that
think,
was
like,
basically it.
I was thinking about that actually. Like we like really like went hard for 2 years and then
Yeah.
we just kind of stopped.
It gets old.
It gets old so
Yeah,
fast.
it gets
And
old.
I will always give kudos to like people who work in that industry because
Yeah.
I feel like my battery would just be done.
Yeah. I also give kudos to people who celebrate their birthday big every year.
Oh,
'Cause,
100%.
good for you. I just personally don't have the energy. Like the way I was scrambling for an outfit, I'm like, oh, I like it came fast. My birthday
Yeah.
came really fast, and
Yeah.
like summer ended, fall just started. Q4 is also really busy in terms of like business.
Yeah.
And like we have the podcast going, so I
Yeah.
just never like thought my birthday is really coming up. So
It just sneaks up on you.
It really does.
Yeah.
Every year.
But big year, 27.
But yeah, no, 27 is exciting.
Do you have thoughts?
Do I have what?
Do you have thoughts about being 27 now?
Are you my therapist?
I'm just asking, like, how do you feel like when I was more scared of turning 26 than I was turning 27. Like my birthday's a few months earlier than
yeah,
hers.
like
27
27
for some
is just
reason
like
not scary.
because I feel like it's just it goes 24, 25, 26, then 30, 30, 30, 30. Like I'm just
Like,
30.
you're 30
Yeah, I'm
now?
basic't 30. It's not 27.
Don't rob yourself of your 20s.
Yeah, I know. Don't rob myself in my 20s, but
Yeah.
it just feels like that. It's just like ugh.
What it is we're in the last stretch of the 20s.
Last-
Like we're starting last stretch of
late-
20s.
late 20s now.
But like 27, I'm telling you, was like way more peaceful. Like 26, I was like,
I agree.
holy shit.
I
like
agree.
I'm so old.
I agree.
And now I'm like, I'm okay with this age. Like I like
Yeah.
this age. 27, she's cute. Like, you know, like I don't know. It just hit different. And like I don't know. I was more stressed about age when I was younger than I am now.
I agree.
You know?
Anyways, speaking of women,
We can talk
Do you
about
wanna
Kim Kardashian.
let's get into, you know, what's been literally flooding my timeline, but it's also the
That
algorithm
conversation. that
rewarding me
phone
because
call.
I keep watching
Bro.
everyone's opinion on that conversation.
I'm
And
torn.
there's so many different takes on this. And it honestly depends on whether or not you've been watching the keeping up with the Kardashians since the beginning, like since the jump, and know their relationship.
The thing is, though, like I haven't been watching it from the jump, and TikTok like gave me everything I needed
Yeah,
to know.
yeah. Honestly,
So
true.
They were telling me about like this book that Travis wrote.
No, that was insane.
Oh my God. No, okay, so if you don't know, and if you don't care, maybe you skip over this. Like if you're driving in the car and you're like, hey,
I'm sure
could
people
not
care
less
though
about Kim Kardashian.
because
Now,
their
I know some
family will
people-
always be so entertaining.
Sorry, Kim and Kourtney had like a phone conversation, and they're still beefing about Kourtney's wedding, which was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
About this like whole Dior shit, and like
Yeah.
I don't even
Dolce and Gabbana.
Is it Dolce? Whatever. Yeah, Dolce. And pretty much Kim calls her to be like, hey, like I have another Dolce thing coming up and I'd love for you to fly out with me. And she's like, no, I'm like Dolce'd out. And pretty much the conversation spirals into
Kim assuming Kourtney just hates her because she never celebrates her accomplishments that she did with Dolce and Gabbana because of Kourtney's past relations with Dolce and Gabbana and how she feels snaked by Kim. Basically kind of taking over her relationship and opportunity that she had with Dolce and Gabbana and outshining her now. Yeah. Like she feels like the shine is kind of being stolen from me and my wedding day and my relationship with Dolce and Gabbana, like socially.
It goes beyond the wedding. It's like now they're also like they're still going with you kind of thing. And it's like I guess like if you were to compare from a brand standpoint who you would prefer to work with between Kim and Kourtney, I mean, obviously it's gonna be Kim because she's Kim Kardashian, like you know.
And maybe Kourtney's always felt that way.
I think
throughout
100%. I think if you grow up
their childhood, to be honest,
like their house is there's so many women, and it's like when there's more than one woman involved, people are gonna compare all the time, and like Kim has always been considered like the most beautiful, the most successful, like the reason their family even has money and like all these, you know what I mean? Like so it must be kind of hard, on them.
And like I feel like Kourtney was kind of okay with it until she went to therapy or until like she started like really getting serious with Travis because of their past. I feel like their past has really, because Travis being obsessed with Kim and stuff,
that's insane.
It's kind of crazy, but it's also Hollywood. Because
he wrote it though. What do you mean?
No, what I mean is like the intermingling of people and them being okay with it. Like friendships, like friends dating each other's ex is still messed up. But sisters, because you know, like apparently Justin Bieber dated Kylie, and then Kendall, and then Kourtney, and then Hailey, and now they're married, but she's so close with the family still. It's like I just don't understand Hollywood relationships.
I think it's just like the circles are really small, so it's like overlap is gonna happen, kind of thing.
It has to be just that, because on a moral standpoint, that's disgusting. Even
it's so weird.
It's so gross.
But I also think like Kim, I don't think she's like very nice either. Like I'm sure like the thing is like sisters like are always gonna be kind of mean to each other sometimes, but like they bounce back, right? Like that happens. Like, but I feel like in this like climate like that they live in, like with like the media and like fame and competition and money involved and always working together, like I'm sure it gets really, really ugly, like things that we don't see. It really is giving hate. It is giving Kourtney hate.
She called her a witch.
Yeah. But that's why crazy. No, but like what Kim said was really fucked up. But I don't know whose side I'm on. I genuinely don't know. Yeah. Like I've heard so many perspectives and I'm like, they both make sense.
They both make sense. And the kids thing, like, it was petty for her to bring up the kids, but I feel like the kids are actually going to Kim and talking about Kourtney. I don't know why. Like, maybe you shouldn't have brought it up, but I feel like it's not false. You remember even Chloe was like, in one episode, she'd never let her daughter sleep over Kourtney's house and shit.
I saw that.
I'm like, what's going on at her house? For you to never let your sister, like, babysit your daughter and even dream, like Rob's daughter.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like she's not the best mom, like how she claims to be. Because
I think she's like, weird too.
I know. I think she's weird. Honestly,
and then Travis involved is like even weirder.
Yeah. That's what it is. Really so I feel like her children are actually going to Kim to vent about their mom, because I do think it's like she's going through something right now. People say like Kylie also posted Dolce and Gabbana. So why are you only upset when it's Kim? And maybe they just don't get along. Like maybe they aren't friends, they're just sisters and business partners, and they actually never like had a friendship, never liked each other. Because to hate your sister for that long, you kind of grow out of it, right?
I think like it comes in like waves and like you get over it and like you guys get closer. I feel like it's a young thing, but if to have that much hate at their age, I feel like
that's
it's
what
genuine.
I'm saying.
It's genuine hate, and she does not want to be a part of their life.
And Courtney blaming like narcissism on Kim, I definitely believe she's a narcissist.
Yeah, for sure.
I think anyone who strives to be in the limelight
for this long,
obsessed with her looks.
Remember Tyla?
Obsessed with her
beside Tyla.
Who's Tyla?
Tyla, the girl, the sing
Water. Yeah.
Remember, like Tyla got so much attention because of how beautiful she is, and apparently Kim Kardashian was like, "Do not ever sit me beside this girl because she didn't get the attention."
No,
you didn't see this.
No,
and I'm like, that is
where
crazy.
was she seated?
It was like at a fashion show, and they were seated together, and so somebody got a picture of them, and Tyla was in it because she was right beside Kim.
Miss Ma'am.
And she said,
"You're 40-something years old.
I should be always like, but like that's the thing. Like her,
I know. Her obsession with she's narcissist 100%. If you can be like, make yourself from nothing to something. The way she really pushed her like agenda for like the whole Kardashian clan to be winners, and you have to have a certain level of narcissism to be a celebrity. I feel like to be an A-list
to be like
celebrity.
Like her, it's just like the constant chasing of staying on top and relevant.
Obsession with how people perceive you, and how people
exhausting. Like thinking
think you're beautiful, and like you have to be narcissistic. Obviously, she is.
So I mean, it was gonna fall the what is it called? Like I don't know. It was gonna fall down.
Yeah, their empire.
The empire was gonna, like it can't be.
No, there's actually a next generation coming up. Penelope and North.
So right.
Yeah. Just wait 5 more years.
No, I think Kim is not gonna like let her shit fall down without a fight. Anyway, we can start getting into it.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Okay. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend after she rejected my proposal twice? Sierra and I have been dating for 4 years. I absolutely love her and felt like she was my soulmate. I knew I wanted to propose to her 2 years into dating, but decided to wait 1 more year so I could get together, be in a better financial situation. Last year, I proposed. It was a private proposal on the beach where we went on our first date. For you. Aww. And she looked at me and said, "I want to marry you, but not right now." She said she wasn't in the right space personally to get engaged and to give her some time. That stung, but I was okay with it. After all, I put off proposing so I could be in a good position, and it's only fair that I give her the same chance. It's been a year since then, and I decided to propose again. This time, I asked for our friends' help to set it up. I wanted to do something nicer. We orchestrated a nice dinner and proposal in front of a nice fountain in the city's botanical garden. Everything was ready. Dinner was great, and we went to the fountain. She saw the roses and everything, and then I got down on one knee and I asked her to marry me. She teared up and said, "Not just yet."
Okay.
This stung really bad. I knew I wanted her to be in my life forever, but this is the second time she turned me down. I asked her why, and she said the same thing as last year. I asked her if someone was holding her back, maybe family or friend. She just said, "I just want to make sure that this will work." This really hurt me more than the 2 rejections. I told her if after 4 years she isn't sure, then what the hell is going to make her sure? She asked me to give her some time, and I told her no. I told her I'm not going to keep wasting my time and love if she's going to keep saying no. I told her that I can't do this anymore. She began begging me not to leave and said, "Fine, I'll marry you, just please don't go." This made me mad, but I didn't say anything. I just left. My phone has been blowing up with some of our friends, her parents, and her telling me that I'm an asshole for throwing away a 4-year relationship because she said no, and that I was being a big baby. She just needs some time. The other half of our friends aren't on my side, but they're not on hers either. I don't think I'm an asshole for this. Did I overreact? Am I an asshole? And if so, how much more time am I supposed to give her? Edit, we're both 29. The second proposal wasn't done in front of our friends. They just helped me plan it and stuff. And we had discussed marriage shortly before I proposed the first time. She was into it and even told me that she couldn't see herself with anyone else. She seemed eager about the idea of marriage, which is why I was shocked the first time and then angry the second time. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole. The whole wasting people's time thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm big on, I totally understand that you don't want to have your time wasted. You're 29. Like maybe this is the pace that you see in your life going in, and she's kind of holding you back a bit. I don't know, maybe I'm like reaching, but I feel like she has like some unresolved childhood issues when it comes to her views on marriage. Because if he's perfect and like the timing is right and everything is right, why do you keep turning him down? Like, what is the bigger issue on
For sure.
this.
I feel like as I was reading this too, I was like, I'm waiting for something to be like, oh, okay, this is why. Like, oh, they're too young. Oh, it's not enough time in the relationship. Like, kind of things. And like, oh, they didn't discuss it. But like, he literally hit everything. They're not that young. They're 29, and a relationship that started 4 years ago. So like 25 to 29.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a fair amount of time to be together and decide that you guys want to get married. And then you said no the first time. Some people wouldn't even stay after the first time.
Yeah.
Like, you said no the first time. Some people were like, all right, bye. But then her answer, like,
there's
to
like
say,
no solid reason.
No, there's no reason to say, like, I just want to make sure that this is gonna work. It's not giving, I just need time to work on myself. It's giving, I'm not sure of the relationship.
Yeah.
That answer is what would tell me, no, you're not the asshole. You should actually leave, because this girl has, like, she's super indecisive. You can't be with someone who's indecisive about the relationship. Like, at the very core, the base thing, like, the bare minimum that you need is you guys are both sure and want the same things. And if she's saying, like, I just want to be sure that this is going to work. After the second proposal, no, you already gave her the second chance. And
no, you're not the asshole.
No, you're not the asshole. Like, if she had a better reason, maybe. No, like, I want to be married. I want someone who's sure of me. I want someone who wants what I want. And those are all very, very valid reasons to, like, dip out and not stay in a relationship. Like, and then like, I was also gonna be like, did you guys discuss it? They discussed it, and she said, like, yes, I want to be married
twice.
So twice,
yeah.
And she's saying, like, yes, I can't see my life with anybody else. Like, it's like, girl, get it together.
Are you lying?
Are you lying?
Like, are you trying to help, like,
or you're
not hurt his feelings? Yeah, like,
there's something else maybe that you're not honest about. But like, for her to say, I just want to be sure it's gonna work, is like big red flag. That's the wrong answer.
Because you're never gonna be sure. Like,
if you
obviously
that,
there could
like,
be red flags
years,
prior, but
like, I'm just thinking, like, if this was any of my girlfriends, I would be like, get out. Like, if your man was showing you, I'm not sure yet, 4 years in, please leave that man. So for him too, please leave that girl.
Yeah.
No,
I just don't
you're not
think.
the asshole.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for laughing at my housemate when he suggested I not shower on my period?
What?
I've 31 female, live in a share house. One of the housemates, Jack, male 30, has never lived with a woman outside of his mother, but likes to say that he is aware of women's issues and calls himself a feminist. For instance, he doesn't agree with the saying no uterus, no opinion, because it's my job to be informed about any issues that could affect me if I become a father or husband, which is fine until it came to this issue. So, like most biological women, I have periods. I, however, cannot use tampons or cups due to a condition called vaginismus.
Okay.
It's pad all the time for me. Yay. I know the shock, shower during this time. Wow. I prepare.
She does or she doesn't shower?
She does.
Okay.
So I know the shock, shower during this time. I prepare a new pad onto a clean pair of undies, shower as normal, dry myself off in the shower, and then step straight into the undies, and obviously check the bathroom for mess. Jack's never complained, nor has anyone else, so I figured my system was working. Cue today, I can't shower for 48 hours due to a heart monitor test. I was jokingly complaining about how I was going to survive without my nightly shower, and Jack looked up confused and said, "How is this any different to when you're on your period?" I asked him what he meant, and he said, "Well, you can't shower on your period unless you use a tampon." And I laughed because I thought he was joking. He has shown before that he was at least semi-educated on women, which he got angry at. Jack said, "Wait, well, what do you do?" And I said, slowly, "I shower." I wasn't getting it, I'm afraid. Jack said, without protecting my bathroom, he does not own the house, and then went off. Apparently, my period is unhygienic. It can cause infection if left on the shower floor. He was under the impression I hadn't been showering for a week when I had my period or using tampons. I said that due to reasons I can't use tampons, and he told me that I'm banned from showering when I'm on my period, which I laughed again.
What?
Which I did apologize for and said, "I'm sorry for laughing." But the audacity of that statement. I told Jack he has no way of enforcing this, nor would I be sticking to this. And he said, "Fine. Then every time you shower, you need to bleach the bathroom afterwards." To which I couldn't help but laugh again, apologizing but saying, "We're in a share house. That's not reasonable when other people need to shower / use the toilet, and considering I'm sure at least somebody else pees in the shower. is ridiculous to only enforce on me. I brought that up and he said, nobody does that. I've never heard of that in my life. So I just had to walk away. Jack's been complaining to other housemates about this and saying that we need to watch out for me.
What?
And we all just think he's absurd for banning me. But a couple think that I should at least try to compromise, so I'm confused. Am I the asshole?
Compromise on what? Like
I don't-
either getting down on your
bleaching-
hands and knees and bleaching the shower, or like
or not
showering?
showering? Like, what's the alternative?
He's just uneducated.
No, so it's not even uneducated. I think he doesn't like I don't know if it's OCD
Like
or
germs?
like
Yeah, like
germs
he's-
or whatever. Like, what do you mean it can cause infections? I don't know if that's actually a fact, but
If you're
I'm pretty
really-
sure it's not. And it's a shared house. You
Yeah.
cannot like say these are my rules, so you have to follow them. No, I'm not gonna follow them. Like,
No.
and now what? Now
No.
you don't use the bathroom? Okay, cool. At
You
least
don't
I
shower
got my
then.
shower.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's not a germaphobe because you don't enforce other things like closing the toilet lid when people flush, or like, because the
Yeah.
amount of germs that spread just from that on its own
Like a
is
flush?
disgusting.
Yeah.
A flush after you go number 2, even 1, whatever, is disgusting. So like, for you to purposely just pick on her,
I'm sure he's thinking like you must be bleeding like crazy, like when you're
Yeah.
showering without a tampon in, so the blood is there, so I'm gonna, like, what if I have a cut on my leg and you know what I mean, like he's
Yeah,
thinking like
yeah,
blood transfer
yeah.
is probably like way worse and like very, very bad.
Yeah.
But first of all, he's stupid. Like she said, like, you don't know, people could be pissing in the bathroom.
you don't
That's-
know. And then he's like, no one does that.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Actually, do it every day.
Like,
do you
what the
mean?
hell is wrong with you?
You're not the asshole, and if
Not the
if you're
asshole.
such a germaphobe and if you're that worried about it, then get your money up and go get out of the shared house, and then
Sir,
get your
get
own
your money
bathroom.
up.
Bodies work, because the thing is though, like, a shared bathroom can be gross. It's not specifically because she's on her period,
And now you're making it an issue and making it a whole house issue, because now you're informing other people
Yeah.
in the house of this problem that's not even a problem. Is it worth the compromise? Is it worth bleaching the bathtub after you're done?
I think the bathtub should be bleached
honestly-
weekly by everybody. Like,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
her
true.
responsibility.
It's not just her responsibility.
Everyone
Yeah.
should take part in it, because everyone is using the bathroom, and it's not because she's a woman and has a period that she needs to be the one to clean it. So
Yeah, why not just make it like
Everyone clean it.
by user thing? Like, everyone who uses the bathroom after, or like clean up after yourself.
I think, like, there's
Because
just
there's bleach sprays. Like, it's like you can easily just paper towel spray
Yeah.
and that's it. How about before his shower,
He cleans it.
He cleans it.
no, but he's
if
probably
he's that
thinking, like, ew, that's
specific.
your blood though. Like, you know?
Like,
No, I just think, like, to make it fair, because bathrooms are gross
crazy.
to begin with, and if it's a shared bathroom, it's even more gross. I just think, like, make it a schedule, make it kind of like house chores. Like, everybody contributes to cleaning the place.
I agree. What a little boy.
Am I the asshole for breaking up with my pregnant girlfriend because I don't want to be a father?
What?
Yeah. I, 25 male, have been with my now ex-girlfriend, 23 female, for a little over 3 months.
Wait, how old is he?
25.
25.
I always made sure we used lots of precautions when we were having sex, and she was on birth control, and I always used condoms. I wanted to avoid a child. I have always known for a long time that I do not want children. I find them annoying, and they would severely limit my ability to do things that I enjoy: travel, outdoor stuff, etc. Unfortunately for me, my ex didn't have her period when she was supposed to, and it turns out she's now pregnant. First thing I did was suggest an abortion. We don't live in a state where it's legal, so I offered to pay for her flight and hotel, and I told her I'm happy to come with her and get it done. I have a stable job and make good money, so it wouldn't be too much of a hit for me. She works as a receptionist and doesn't make a lot, so I figured it would be better for me to pay. That's when she told me she was hoping to keep it, and that she wanted me to help her raise the kid as its father. I have no intention of being a father. Beyond just my dislike for children, I'm just not ready for that. I made it very clear that I do not want a baby, and she kept insisting that I would have a change of heart once it was born and just to try it out. Yeah.
No, you don't test with those types of things.
Just try it out.
Yeah, just try.
It's
You
like,
might
just try
like
a
it.
new flavor.
It's not chocolate. It's not vanilla. Like,
After a long exchange, I told her that if she intended to keep the baby, I would not act as a father. I broke up with her and told her that I'd pay child support once it was born, but that I expect her to respect my wishes and keep the child away from me. Since then, she's been frantically texting me, begging me to come back, and telling her to forgive her. She sent me voicemails crying. It does hurt to see her like this, but I haven't responded. The other day, she texted me saying how she can't raise the kid alone and how I'm basically forcing her to get the abortion just by leaving, and she called me an asshole, an abuser, and a sexist.
okay.
She ended the text begging me to talk again, and I certainly feel shitty. I really liked her, and we had a good relationship before this, but I just don't want to be a father. I'm already bitter about the fact that I have to pay child support for 18 years, which will somewhat limit me financially. I also feel it isn't right for a parent who doesn't want their child to be involved. I would just end end up taking the pent-up anger and bitterness out on the child. All that being said, I came here to ask, am I the asshole? I certainly feel like one, but I also stand by what I did.
How long were they together for?
3 months.
That girl is not thinking with her brain right now.
That girl's insane.
That girl is insane. And, you know, sadly, I've seen this happen before where, like, the girl keeps the baby just because, like, she thinks that maybe
like in
he
hopes.
will want, in hopes to keep the relationship together, or like maybe this will make him a better partner to me. And I don't know what goes on their brain, because he's if a man, and you're expecting, and a man says, I'm not ready to be a father, I don't want to be a part of this, you need to respect that.
You need to listen to that.
You need to listen to that, unless you are okay with being a single mom. But like, he told you what it was from the beginning. He said he never wanted to be a part of this. So I don't blame him for literally sticking by his word and saying, I don't want to be a part of this child's life.
Yeah, and it's not like they were being like irresponsible, because he's like, she's on birth control and he wears condoms. That's double.
Man.
Like,
She's fertile.
No, but I don't think he's the asshole.
Nah, I don't think he's the asshole.
He's being honest from the beginning, and like, this is like the ugly reality of so many people's lives. You are deciding like the fate for this kid to like not have a relationship with their dad because you didn't want to listen. You're 20. The girl is only 23 too. Like, why? Why would you do that? Just find someone who wants what you want. Like, I don't understand like this forcing.
It's really not by
You're
not a
ruining
whole
your own
child,
life,
another
too.
human, not that. Please.
Like, her even just saying, just try it. Like, I'm sure you're gonna warm up to the baby is just so naive.
Red flag.
It's
red flag.
And that
like,
itself is like, you are so not ready for what's gonna come.
No.
Like,
ignoring all that he said about like his view on children and saying, you know what? I can change his mind. Like, that's so
toxic.
very naive. Yeah,
That's
very
so
naive
crazy.
and toxic. And
let me see what the comments say.
you should not think of motherhood right now, miss. You need to get yourself together, please.
Well, okay, so some people are saying that he should have gotten a vasectomy if he was this sure that he never wants to have children. But it's like,
when there's so many other precautions for women to take, and like, I know this is like a very touchy subject, but they used all of them. Like,
they used condoms and birth control,
surgery. Like, that's, I feel like vasectomies are like, could be very permanent. You know,
No,
I know
they're
I know you can reverse it, but like, it's also a by chance that it works, that you can successfully reverse it.
The thing is, I get it. Like, if he was like older and was like this sure that he doesn't want children for sure, I would be like, yeah, get a vasectomy.
25
but
is
he's kind of
young, you know?
Like, he's not kind of, he's very young. And I get, like, you're right. It is very like unfair. Like, all the pressure is on the women to take birth control and whatever. But they did the right thing. Like, they did a lot to prevent this, and maybe she wasn't taking her birth control properly.
You know what?
Like, you know what I mean?
You know,
like,
maybe
and especially
women
like,
do trap men. You remember Drake putting hot sauce in his like condom after he's done with a woman?
For
like,
sure.
It happens. Women do
and maybe
trap
not even
men.
on purpose.
I've seen it before, and it's not. It's just like, yeah, we are the more vulnerable ones, but some women actually, I don't know, they can be very vindictive. Maybe she hasn't
it's not giving,
been.
like, it's vindictiveness though. Like, it's only been 3
I
months.
think she manipulated him a little bit. If
she's trying
what
to.
you're saying is like true, like if she actually didn't take her birth control, then she's manipulative.
But I'm also
and,
thinking like maybe like not completely on purpose. Like, pills. Like, if she's on pills, like, I know so many girls struggle taking it on time.
But the way she's trying to sway him into
That's
fatherhood,
it's
like what you're saying could be right.
Yeah,
maybe she did do that on purpose.
That's definitely not cool. And the thing is, like, he's gonna stand his ground, it seems.
Now he's stuck paying child support, miskeen.
No, it actually sucks. Like, that's like one thing like men just like don't have the upper hand in. Like, maybe like the only thing in life is that like you don't have a say in this, like, ultimately.
But I also think we as women need to take no as an answer, like, unless you're totally okay being a single mom. Like, you like the whole when the child comes, I thought he would be a better dad. Like, no, if he's not showing signs of being a good father before the child comes, I don't think it'll change.
Literally telling you to your face,
the whole Krishan and Blueface thing, like, I feel so bad for that child, and I don't go out looking for this information. Like, when I tell you, I try to stay away from watching or anything, my algorithm being anything Krishan and Blueface, because it's like actually sad that they brought a child into their very, very toxic situation. But my timeline just keeps showing me them, and like their situation is so messed up.
There's so many layers to Krishan.
And now he's in jail for 5 years. Like,
really?
yeah, he's going to jail. So
I
now
hate that, man.
It's just another perspective on like bringing a child into something that's already showing signs of no. Like, I don't think you're the asshole, sir. You said what you said, you meant what you said, and now you're sticking by it. And she needs to grow up. She needs to grow up and realize that life is not a fairy tale. If someone says no, you can't just try to sway them into changing their mind, especially over something this serious. It
Yeah,
won't work like
she's
that.
definitely not
Like,
getting it.
no, she's not getting it.
No.
Miskeen man.
A lot of people do that where they're like in relationships with people. They know that they don't want the same things in life, and they're like, well, maybe if we just don't talk about it, things will change over time. And then years go by, and they're like, ooh, now what? We're involved.
Oh, you were serious?
Yeah. Like,
oh, I thought you were just joking.
I thought you were kidding. I thought you were gonna change your mind.
He's serious.
Nope. Yeah. So.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. But he's definitely gonna feel like an asshole. Like,
it's not.
Yeah,
especially
like,
when the kid is growing up, looks just like him.
You're
like,
abandoning
a
kid. Yeah. That is yours.
And you said she was perfect other than that. Like, before this, you said, like, you've seen it going far and, like, you thought everything else was perfect. He said he really liked her, but at the end of the day, it's still only been 3 months. You know what? I keep forgetting about that point. 3 months is not that long. You don't like her that much. It's not. Am I the asshole for making a white woman cry?
Aw. I'm kidding.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. I, female 30, am biracial. My mom is Afro-Jamaican, and my dad is Irish, Ashkenazi, Jewish. So he's mixed. So my hair is extremely curly, and I have a lot of it. I usually wear it braided to manage the heat and humidity, but tomorrow is wash day, so it's currently loose. I had to pop over to the grocery store for a dinner party, but the closest store was out of what I needed, so I had to go to the predominantly white, in brackets, suburb. On my way out, I feel something tugging in my head, so I whipped around. There's an older white woman, maybe mid to late 60s, withdrawing her hand. She says, I just wanted to see how soft it is. Today was just not a particularly good day, so I did yell at her. Is there a fucking petting zoo sign pinned to my back? She immediately started stuttering and trying to explain herself, insisting that she didn't mean any harm. I responded by asking, if you wouldn't pet a dog without asking first, what made you think it's normal to stick your filthy hands in a stranger's hair?
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah. She started crying and other people started coming over to see what the problem was, so I just left. I told the story to my husband, in brackets, white, male 42, and my parents, female 57 and male 67. My mom is on my side, but my dad and husband are saying that I could have been more understanding to this woman, so now I'm asking Reddit, am I the asshole?
I have mixed feelings about this because I 100% agree that you cannot go touching people's hair. Like, I don't see anyone else doing that to anybody else. Like, how dare you, really? Like, I do understand. And it's true that dog comment is so real because it's like, we always ask, can I pet the dog before you pet the dog? So I get it, but I do think some older white people are very innocently naive and curious about things, and they don't realize that it's offensive to a lot of people, but they have no intention of, like, if that happened to me and her reaction was, you can tell she's sincere and genuine and was like, you know what I mean, I wouldn't be as mad, but I'd be like, you shouldn't do that. Like, you need to ask. Yeah. You know?
I do agree with you. And there is a better way that she could have handled it.
Like, she said she was having a bad day.
Yeah.
So she, like, kind of took it out on her.
I know. But, like, yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, an elderly, like, not elderly, but, like, in her 60s.
Yeah.
Like, you
I don't know.
what I
I
mean?
feel like I couldn't. But I don't know. Let me not say if it was me, I wouldn't do that. But, like,
I don't think I would do that.
Yeah, there's just something wrong about, like, yelling at an elderly person, you know?
Yeah. I get it. Like, she's wrong, but it's like, that could be
I can
like
see
a
what
teaching.
led her up to that, because maybe that's not the first time it's happened to her. You know?
Maybe, but I'm saying, like, you could have taught her something instead of, like, screaming at her kind of thing, and like making her feel like absolute shit,
crying about it,
and like, I just think we could do things differently. Like, I get it. Do not touch something that is not yours, and, like, you know, ask at least if you're curious.
Like, I'm trying to understand, like, what makes you literally want to touch someone else's hair? Like, it's so creepy. Like, you don't know me. Like, I'm a stranger to you. No, why is your hand in my head?
And you know, I've asked this question so many times, but, like, they're genuinely curious. They're like, whoa, like, they're, you know what I mean?
Ask about it though. Like, to do this.
Ask.
Crazy.
To just touch somebody?
Crazy. In the same way, like, when you're pregnant, you know, people will be like, oh my God,
your
like,
belly.
Don't touch me.
100%.
Don't touch. I don't know you. I don't know your energy. Do not touch me.
No, but people
That's
do that
crazy.
to pregnant women.
I know all the time. And
they
a lot.
touch their belly. They kiss the belly.
Yes,
like, so weird.
I know. And it's kind of the same thing. It's like personal boundaries. Like, you do not come in my personal space.
And what it is too, she mentioned that she went to the suburbs for this, so maybe there's not a lot of black people there. So she's like, I've seen those on the internet. I want to touch it. Like, you just have to catch the vibe. If she's not apologetic, and if she's an older, like, if I turn around and see an older lady, like, who's, like, looking up at me, like, I'm not gonna scream and yell at her.
Oh, yeah, no, that's actually so miskin. No.
I would have been like,
yeah, you are the
little
asshole.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not little lady.
I don't know. I'm assuming she's a frail.
Yeah.
old
No,
lady.
honestly, that's how I'm picturing her. But you are the asshole. Unfortunately, you are.
I do
in
think how you
this-
handled it
Yeah.
is not nice.
She's still
You know what
human
I
at
mean?
the
She's
end of the
still
day,
a-
and maybe
yeah.
she really didn't have any ill intent in doing that.
That's the thing.
Just straight out of like curiosity, which I'm assuming that was the case. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think there was anything
Malicious. Yeah.
about what she did. So
I don't either.
yeah, no, I don't.
Especially because of her age. If she was
Yeah.
like a 30-year-old woman, 1000% yell at that girl because she knows what she's doing
Yeah.
and she's weird. She probably put something in your hair.
And she was like, she's not from our time. Like
That's
the
what I'm saying.
6-year-old
Like,
woman,
'cause
like
she's not aware. She's not on social
Yeah.
media. She doesn't like she might not understand those things. And if
Yeah.
she's not around any black people, like sometimes your environment really keeps you out of reality.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you're only around one type of people, then you don't know what's allowed in other spaces. So understandably, you might do something stupid like that.
yeah, I agree with that.
So
yeah,
I think you're the asshole.
that, yeah.
I think a lot of people will disagree with us. But
Really?
I do think a lot of people will be like, no, but she should have never touched her hair.
Yeah, she shouldn't have, but like,
And
the
so
way
that
she
means
acted,
she
I
can yell at
think,
her.
yeah, no, I agree. People will say that, but we don't agree.
I don't agree.
No, I'm just like maybe a lot of things have led her to this point, like in her childhood and growing up with like people
Being
being
mixed and stuff.
fascinated, being
Yeah,
mixed,
yeah,
like
like-
that whole thing.
yeah. Like having-
Led
yeah.
her to that. But
She probably has a lot of like, she probably does. Like that actually makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Like if you grow up with like half white, half black family, like I've always heard mixed people talk about it where they're like,
not white
their
enough,
white
not
family,
black
yeah, and then the
enough.
white family is like weird, like you know, like or like they have to do so much explaining and so much like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
she's just like internally
Yeah,
exhausted.
I got that a lot.
So
Yeah.
but still, don't yell at an old
No,
lady.
don't do that.
Oh, I actually have a good one. Okay. Am I the asshole for going topless at a nude beach in front of friends? I was invited to a 3-day vacation with 3 of my girlfriends and their husbands. Plus
Ye-
2 of the husband's single guy friends.
Oh my
On the last
God.
day, we were exploring the city and came upon a beach. It looked nice and there weren't many people overall, but I did see a few other women in the distance without tops on. So I felt it was clear to take mine off as well. It was great, but nobody else joined me. We all continued to talk and joke in a circle for a while, and I thought we were all having a really fun time. Then one of my friends said she felt sick, so we left abruptly early. And our conversation on the way back was basically uncomfortably silent, with the exception of low talking that I was not a part of. Later that night at the main room, I find myself avoided by almost everyone, until I'm confronted like it's an intervention by the 3 girls about how it was inappropriate for me to expose myself in front of their husbands. I was shocked and told them I didn't mean anything by it. But they said, isn't it obvious that you just don't go around naked in front of your friends' husbands? So notice how you were the only one and you didn't wonder why? This exploded further into an argument, with me calling them insecure about their relationships, until it all culminated eventually into them all saying they don't trust me to be part of their friend group anymore. All I thought I was doing was enjoying myself at the beach, not thinking I was exposing myself to their husbands. Am I the asshole?
How old are they? Or how old is she?
It
Did she
doesn't- it
not
doesn't
say?
but
'Cause
there's
I need to know that. But
that's like a married group, and she's
Yeah,
single,
she's
and then
single.
2 single guys. So 3 married couples, 2 single guys, and then she's single. And so I'm assuming they're not that young.
I'm kind of torn. Yeah, I don't think she's an asshole, to be honest. Because, like, maybe she does have a different mindset on nudity. And, like, it is a nude beach at the end of the day. And I went to one before. Balls everywhere.
Yeah.
Tits everywhere.
Yeah.
So, in the right environment, that is socially acceptable. And
Fair, they
you
did
can argue
go.
that maybe they are insecure in their relationships. I don't think you're the asshole. I don't know.
kind of think it's like read the room though. Like
But
if
the room
nobody
is everyone's naked.
No, but she said we saw some like in the distant, like over there, kind of far, and like as a group, nobody else was doing it
in her
their
group.
group. But like
Yeah.
she's saying, like the beach was like empty. Like picture like an
But it was
empty
just 2
beach.
other girls.
No, 3 girls.
Was it not just her, another girl, their mans, and then 2 other boyfriends?
3 married couples. So
Oh.
4 women in total. Only, you know what I mean? And 3 of them are married.
Okay.
You're the only single one, and there's
Okay.
3 married men, and then 2 single guys, right? So majority of the group is married. None of them are naked. You decide to take off your shirt. I get it at a nude beach, but it's like empty, and it's not like, it doesn't seem like everyone around is doing it. It's like kind of far away. She said,
But
in the
that's how it
distance.
is at a beach, though. Like,
mean?
you find your own, like, little section, and then, like, kind of away from people. But everyone else has their own little section.
So in my head, it's giving, it's not a busy beach and there's not people around you. And like in your friend group, you just took off your shirt and nobody did it too. So cause like, I get it. Like it is a
Yeah,
topless,
like, I
like,
don't-
or it is a nude beach. So it's like, why would you go to a nude beach if you don't want to see any nudity on their part?
How about the married men don't look? How about that?
No, that's crazy.
No, it's
that
not.
doesn't make any sense.
So you're just gonna look at
No,
the
no,
girl
no.
while you're married?
No, no, no.
Exactly.
No,
Mind
you're not
your
gonna-
own business. Don't look.
It's
It's a
like-
beach. Look at the water. Look at your wife. Look at the sand.
No.
If the girl with the tits is there, just don't look at her.
It's giving like not socially aware. Like
Yeah.
it's so like maybe it is kind of like, girl, you're stupid. Like, why the fuck are you getting naked in front of our
No,
men?
I
Like,
don't
we just wanted to. That's what they're saying.
I know, but I'm just saying maybe they are insecure. Maybe she has great boobs.
Maybe she has great boobs.
I don't think she's wrong. It's a nude beach. If you didn't want her to get naked or anyone to get naked, maybe it should have been talked about beforehand. But I don't think anything's wrong with that, to be honest. And she's single, and there were 2 other single guys there. I don't
know.
see
I'm
anything
torn.
wrong with that.
I get both sides.
Cause say it wasn't empty, or it wasn't like there was
Yeah.
a lot more other people.
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah.
Then
that's
is she
true.
allowed to do that?
That's
Because like
true.
it's like don't go to a nude beach then.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
maybe
know.
she's more of a free spirit. And
That's
like,
what I
doesn't
mean.
care.
Like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't do that. But there are a lot of girls who
Yeah.
are okay with nudity. I do
still
think she is a free
I,
spirit.
I still think like read the room though, because I feel like their vibe probably turned off.
Yeah.
Like when she got naked, and like
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, let me put my shirt back. You know what I mean? Like I would put it back on. But the fact that she like completely ignored that and just stayed topless and like wasn't catching the vibe, it's giving slow. It's giving like, girl, come on, like you know.
Yeah, I could see it from that point
know?
too.
So, like,
okay, yeah, you took it off, but like
Now put it back on.
when they're uncomfortable and you see it, then
Yeah, put it
Put it
back
back
on.
on.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
assuming her tits were amazing and they're upset.
Okay, but if there were other people in their vicinity topless, like other girls, would their
What's the
opinions
problem?
change? Yeah, is it because you know her, so it's like, oh, like,
Yes,
I've never
I
seen.
think
like,
that's
you
what it
know?
is. I
so
think
it's
that's
like I
what it
think
is.
whether or not there were people there, I think
They
their
would've been
reaction would have been the same, or maybe they went for
Topless?
the fun of it. Because I went for the fun of it, not
Yeah.
expecting to get naked.
Yeah.
With my friends, and like I seen other naked people. They're not saying I'm gonna get naked.
Did
but
you
it's
guys
just-
get naked?
No.
Was this here?
Yeah, there's a nude beach in
Oh, like the
Toronto,
one
the
in-
Center Island
yeah.
one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just
I think because she was probably like the only one nearby doing it. Probably talking to their husbands completely topless. No, because lady. Could you imagine she turned around and started talking to them? Hey, like tits out. Babe.
You know, I know people. I feel like there's a lot of people that would
That would
be-
do
That
that?
would do that.
But like,
because it's
is
like
it on purpose though? Like, or is it
I
like?
don't know. I don't.
Because
I
are you
actually
really
don't
that
know.
slow to not think like this is a little inappropriate? I should not be talking to your husband without a shirt on.
Yeah. I
Yes.
really want to know the comments on
Yes.
this.
It's definitely a read the room moment. That's what somebody said.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like think about the situation before doing it. What if instead of husbands, it was your friends' dads? Would it still be a free spirit thing? If everyone does it, I'm in. If not, I wouldn't. I don't need to be the center of attention. That's what it's kind of giving. Like,
But it's a nude beach,
I
so I
know,
don't think
but, like,
she's.
I'm saying
I
because
think
I'm
she
just imagining the
became,
vibe.
by default. She became the center of attention because she's the only one nude.
and okay, some people are saying like this is such a USA problem in other places. Like someone's like in the Netherlands, this is like so normal. Like it's
Yeah,
not weird.
yeah.
You know, like it's like, but that does play a role.
You know what? Maybe I'm wrong for saying that the wives are insecure too. I'm like trying to picture myself in this situation. You know,
Would you do this?
I would never go nude for anything, like nothing except my man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not that type of person, but there are people who are like that and so comfortable in their nudity. So it's like I have to understand that too.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying like check in with the group first. Like maybe be like, hey guys, are you guys gonna take off your shirts? No? Okay. Like and then I'm not.
I think that
Like,
was great. Like that's what I mean. Like maybe this should have been discussed beforehand.
ask. I do not see myself doing this. So like for me, I feel like it's a lot. Like I just can't imagine with my giant tits.
No, exactly.
Like,
the size
looking at a
is
guy.
kind of crazy.
I know they're like. There's no way they're looking at me.
No,
They're gonna
no way.
Stare at my
There's
boobs,
no
and
way.
it's like I would just be so uncomfortable.
There's no way. Yeah, I need
I think it's
I
coming
need to
from-
know the size of your tits.
No,
So
that's
sorry.
the thing. I think it's coming
need
from
to
we
know.
both have really
Huge
giant
tits,
boobs,
yeah.
and so like doing
What if
that,
you're like little A cups?
I think that's way more acceptable.
Equivalent. Honestly, I need to know. I don't think you're the asshole. Sorry, sister.
No, I think she's the asshole because check in. Like, just check in. It's not that hard to just be like, are you guys doing it? If not, okay, this is a married group. Let me not. Time and place. Like, you know, like, yeah, I'm at a nude beach, but who am I with? And then also, fine, you didn't check in. The next step is read the room. Like, after you do it, how's the vibe? Is the vibe dead? Put
I
your
feel
shirt
like
back
it
on.
was maybe expected that they were going to do it.
But they didn't, though. So now what? Put the shirt back
yeah,
on.
put the shirt back
That's
on.
it.
But I
Just
do need to
A's.
know the size.
I
Yeah,
need to
like
know-
if it's
I
A's,
actually-
actually shut up. Yeah, you are
Yeah.
insecure. Shut up.
What? Okay, but what if they're not A's, though? What if they're,
I need to
what if they're
know.
double D's? Now what?
Then I have a problem.
See? Why, you're insecure?
I drew giant, big old
Like,
tits.
please.
Like,
What?
no, I actually need to know the size for sure.
It matters. Sorry, are they perfect? Because now put them away.
I'm not expecting, like, in my head, like, I'm not imagining big boobs. I'm really not. So I don't know. Maybe.
What are you imagining small boobs?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what's the big deal? Like,
okay, but like you can't only assume they're small
I know,
boobs.
I
Like,
know.
what if they're giant
okay.
knockers?
I understand how it could
Put
be a
your
little hard
fucking
for the men to mind their own
back
business.
on.
Yeah, put your shirt back on. And I'm just imagining the wives in that situation because you can't just turn around to your man and be like, stop looking, or like,
I think
don't
I would.
look.
Like, hey.
Yeah, it honestly, out of respect
they-
for you, they should know already not to look.
And the thing is, what if the guys were also so uncomfortable that they're like completely out of the conversation? They're like,
That's
I don't
what
even
I'm
want
picturing. Honestly, that's what
yeah.
I'm picturing. Like they're
Yeah.
like tunnel vision on something else because they're like, what the
they
fuck?
turn back. Like,
Yeah,
and they
doing
could be
their own
uncomfortable.
thing.
They could also be uncomfortable. Like not all men want to. Like you know what I mean? It's like put your shirt
True.
on. Like come on.
The problem.
The hard truth is like the way their size does matter.
It does. Size absolutely matters. Even in like, honestly, and I hate to say it, but like in like tight clothing when it comes to women, and like
For sure.
one woman being seen as like, oh, that's normal. But if you're a little bit thicker down there, it's like, oh, you're being provocative.
A whore.
Like a whore.
Like literally.
I wear a shirt, and a girl with a flat chest wears a shirt. We do not look the same.
You will not catch me at the gym in some of the stuff that these influencers wear.
I wish.
At the end of the day, it's like I am aware of how
Yeah.
giant my boobs are. So
I'm
it's like,
so aware of that,
I'm
and I hate
aware.
it.
So anyway,
But yeah,
that's it for this podcast.
that's it. We hope you guys
Episode 2 done.
enjoyed. That was a lot of fun to do. Yeah. So check us out on our YouTube channel to actually watch the visuals of this. And if you are on our YouTube channel, go, follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff, on our Instagram.
Yeah, leave us a rate. It makes such a big difference for us, and we would really appreciate it because we're a new podcast.
Yeah,
so,
we're new.
help us
Newbies.
out, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.